Can you imagine flying faster than a bullet or crossing the sky at over 7,000 kilometers per hour? Today, we will show you the most insane machines that humanity has ever put in the skies, the 10 fastest jets in the world. From military fighter jets that break the sound barrier like it's paper, to secret aircraft that fly so high and fast they almost touch space. Get ready to meet true speed monsters used in wars, espionage, and extreme testing. There are planes that fly twice as fast as sound, and one that almost turned into a spacecraft. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now, let's get started. Number 10. Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird. The Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird, one of the most iconic and advanced aircraft ever designed, is a true milestone in aeronautical engineering, revered for its extreme performance, technological innovations, and its enigmatic mystery. Developed in the 1960s by Lockheed Skunk Works, a secret division of Lockheed Martin, the SR-71 was designed to be a high-speed reconnaissance aircraft capable of operating at unimaginable altitudes for its time while also evading any threat in its path. The project emerged from the need for the United States to have an aircraft capable of conducting strategic reconnaissance missions during the Cold War without being detected or intercepted by enemies. What followed was the creation of a machine that, to this day, remains one of the fastest and most mysterious aircraft ever built. One of the most fascinating features of the SR-71 Blackbird is its ability to reach speeds above Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound. This allowed the Blackbird to fly at altitudes far beyond the reach of enemy aircraft or intercept missiles of the time, making it practically untouchable by any opposing force. The aircraft's aerodynamics were designed to withstand the heat generated by these extreme speeds, with the fuselage made of titanium, which also provided unusual resistance to high temperatures and pressures. Surprisingly, the fuselage of the Blackbird expanded as the aircraft reached high altitudes and speeds due to the thermal expansion of the material. The SR-71 wasn't just an example of innovation, but also a symbol of precision and sophistication. The installation of high-definition sensors and cameras, which could capture sharp images of the ground at high altitudes and speeds, ensured the effectiveness of the aircraft in reconnaissance missions. During its operational period, most of the SR-71's espionage missions couldn't be detected by radar due to the aircraft's highly stealthy design, which relied on angular shapes and very smooth surfaces, as well as special coatings that helped reduce its radar signature. This combination of technologies made the Blackbird almost invisible to any tracking system. Another standout feature of the SR-71 was the complexity of its maintenance and operation system. Pilots and mechanics had to be highly qualified as the aircraft required a level of precision and technical knowledge that was beyond conventional aircraft. The refueling process, for example, was equally impressive. During long-duration missions, the SR-71 needed to be refueled in flight, which required meticulous coordination between the pilots and refueling operators. Due to the aircraft's extremely high speed, the time available to perform this procedure was very short, making it an audacious and challenging maneuver. Although it was a pioneer, the SR-71 Blackbird did not remain in operation indefinitely. The evolution of spy satellite technology, combined with exorbitant operational costs and changes in strategic priorities, led to its permanent retirement in 1998. However, its legend lives on, with various museums around the world displaying examples of the Blackbird, keeping alive the fascination and mystery that has always surrounded it. For many, the SR-71 continues to be the embodiment of an era of innovation and audacity, which redefined the limits of what was possible in aviation. It is impossible to talk about the SR-71 Blackbird without mentioning the cultural impact and the mystery that still surrounds it. Its imposing and futuristic aesthetic, combined with its incredible capabilities, contributed to its legendary status, not only within military circles but also in popular culture. From spy movies to documentaries, the Blackbird has always been a source of fascination, with people wondering about the secrets it still holds. Ultimately, the Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird was not just an aircraft, but a technological masterpiece that, to this day, intrigues engineers, aviation enthusiasts, and historians. Its history is a testament to how aeronautical engineering can break barriers and challenge conventions, making it one of the greatest feats of military aviation of all time. Number 9. North American X-15. The North American X-15 was one of the most revolutionary aircraft in aviation history, a true technological marvel of the 50s and 60s. which not only challenged the known limits of aerodynamics, but also set new milestones in speed and altitude achievements. Developed by NASA in collaboration with the United States Air Force and North American Aviation, the X-15 was not a conventional aircraft. It was designed with a single purpose: to push the boundaries of aeronautics and physics. Operating in an era of nascent space exploration, this remarkable jet looked more like a rocket than a simple aircraft. The X-15 was launched from a B-52 bomber, which carried it to a considerable altitude before the X-15 was released to then shoot towards the reaches of the stratosphere. Its main mission was to explore aerodynamics in extreme conditions, testing the limits of speed and atmospheric resistance, as well as contributing significantly to future space exploration. One of the X-15's greatest achievements was, without a doubt, its impressive ability to reach hypersonic speeds, surpassing the Mach 6 mark, 6 times the speed of sound. This not only made it one of the fastest machines ever built, but also a precursor to the technologies used in future spacecraft. In its historic journey, the X-15 also stood out for the surprising altitudes it reached, reaching a height of 107.8 kilometers, which brought it to the Kármán line, the limit considered by many as the boundary of space. The experience gained with the X-15 was crucial for the development of future spacecraft, such as the Space Shuttle and even lunar exploration projects. It was not just an aircraft, it was a crucial transition point between conventional aviation and the complex challenges of spaceflight. The boldness of the X-15 pilots also deserves to be highlighted. Every flight was a test of courage and skill, as the pilots faced enormous risks. These flights were a true simulation of what space exploration would be like. Among the most notable pilots were figures like Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, and Chuck Yeager, the pilot famous for breaking the sound barrier. These daring aviators not only challenged the limits of aeronautics, but also opened the doors to exploration beyond Earth. Another fascinating aspect of the X-15 was its innovative design. Its fuselage was built with advanced materials to withstand the intense heat generated by friction with the atmosphere at high speeds. The use of special alloys and the application of advanced aerodynamic techniques were crucial for the X-15 to withstand temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius during the fastest flights. The design also incorporated specially designed wings to provide maximum stability at extreme altitudes and speeds, as well as providing some flexibility to correct drag forces. During its 199 flights, conducted between 1959 and 1970, the X-15 accumulated a series of impressive feats. It not only contributed to understanding how humans could survive traveling at extreme altitudes and speeds, but also provided crucial data for aerospace engineering that is still used today. The X-15 program had a profound impact on the development of technologies for future space missions, and on the way, spacecraft would be designed to withstand the challenges of space. One aspect that cannot be overlooked when talking about the X-15 is its lasting legacy. Although the program ended in 1970, the lessons learned from the X-15 continued to directly influence projects like the Space Shuttle and NASA's current missions to explore deep space. The X-15 not only challenged the limits of physics, but also became a great inspiration for all engineers and scientists who continue to push the boundaries of space exploration. In summary, the North American X-15 was not just a test aircraft, but a fundamental piece in the history of aviation and space exploration. Its impressive capabilities of reaching stratospheric altitudes, its hypersonic speeds, and its contribution to aerospace science made it a symbol of boldness and the innovative spirit of an era of discoveries. The X-15, therefore, not only challenged the limits of physics, but also paved the way for the incredible adventures in space that we are still discovering today. Number 8. Lockheed YF-12. The Lockheed YF-12, one of the most extraordinary and enigmatic aircrafts in aviation history, is a true icon of military engineering and aerospace technology. Developed as a prototype interceptor fighter for the United States Air Force in the 1960s, the YF-12 was one of the boldest expressions of innovation at the time. Although the original project was discontinued, the legacy of the YF-12 endures to this day, not only due to its speed and design, but also because of the technological development lessons it left for the aerospace industry. The YF-12 was born within the Long-Range Interceptor program, designed to combat Soviet threats, such as supersonic bombers, at the height of the Cold War. Its design was a variation of the famous Lockheed A-12, a highly secret spy aircraft and precursor to the legendary SR-71 Blackbird. Although the YF-12 was never used in combat, it achieved impressive feats, proving to be a true marvel of aerospace engineering. One of the most notable features of the YF-12 was its speed. Equipped with Pratt & Whitney J58 engines, the aircraft could reach speeds of up to Mach 3.2, which is over 3,500 kilometers per hour. This impressive speed capability gave it a remarkable strategic advantage, allowing it to intercept any target at extremely high altitudes and speeds faster than the fighters and bombers of its time. Additionally, its ability to fly at high altitudes, above 20,000 meters, meant that the YF-12 could quickly evade threats, including surface-to-air missiles. The aircraft's design, which seemed to have come out of a science fiction movie, was a fusion of elegance and functionality. Its sleek and elongated body, sharp wing and tail surfaces, and fuselage with acute angles were not just aesthetic whims, but practical solutions to withstand the extreme flight conditions at high speeds and altitudes. The use of advanced materials like titanium was crucial in ensuring the aircraft's resistance to the extremely high temperatures generated by air friction at supersonic speeds. A fascinating curiosity about the YF-12 is that, although it was a prototype interceptor fighter, it also served as a crucial experimental platform for the development of future aircraft, such as the SR-71 Blackbird. In performance and design tests, the YF-12 provided valuable data that helped improve stealth technologies, high-speed flight control, and fuselage cooling, essential aspects for the creation of the Blackbird, which would become the fastest and highest-flying aircraft of all time. Furthermore, the Lockheed YF-12 was one of the first aircraft to test new long-range weapon systems, including missiles. During tests, the aircraft demonstrated its capability to launch Phoenix missiles designed to intercept enemy bombers at impressive distances. This combination of speed and long-range weaponry was one of the YF-12's major advantages, making it a true threat to any adversary. Although only 3 prototypes of the YF-12 were built, and the project was cancelled in 1968 for a variety of reasons, including changes in military priorities and the high cost of maintaining the aircraft, the legacy of the YF-12 remains unmatched. Besides directly influencing the development of the SR-71, its influence can be seen in various modern aviation technologies, from advanced flight control systems to hypersonic aircraft concepts. Interestingly, the Lockheed YF-12 was designed to operate with a 2-person crew, a pilot and a radar officer. This design not only allowed the pilot to control the aircraft at high speeds and altitudes, but also gave the radar officer the crucial task of identifying and tracking enemy targets, coordinating missile launches. This level of operational sophistication indicated not only the complexity of the aircraft, but also the strategic thinking behind its development. Ultimately, the YF-12 did not become a permanent part of the United States Air Force, but its impact on the aviation world and military history is undeniable. Its unique combination of speed, stratospheric altitudes, and long-range weaponry prefigured a future where military aviation would reach new performance frontiers. The YF-12, with its sculpted fuselage and impressive capabilities, will always be remembered as one of the greatest milestones in 20th century aeronautical innovation. Number 7. McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. The McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle is an icon of military aviation, designed to dominate the skies with an unmatched combination of speed, agility, and firepower. From the moment of its introduction, the F-15 set a new standard for air superiority fighters, becoming a true legend among aviators and a pillar of the air forces of various nations around the world. With a history filled with extraordinary feats and technological innovations, the F-15 Eagle remains a high-performance combat machine. Created by McDonnell Douglas, which later merged with Boeing, the F-15 was developed with the purpose of dominating airspace. The project was initiated in the late 1960s with the goal of creating a fighter that would be unbeatable in air combat and capable of operating under the most extreme conditions. The F-15 prototype first flew in 1972, and the aircraft was quickly adopted by the United States Air Force in 1976. The F-15 is a twin-engine fighter with a delta wing configuration that allows it to achieve speeds greater than Mach 2.5, approximately 250 miles per hour, 3,000 kilometers per hour, placing it among the fastest aircraft in its class. Its design was carefully crafted to maximize its maneuverability at high altitudes, making it a formidable adversary in aerial combat. Additionally, its ability to operate at very high altitudes makes it an extremely effective air control platform. One of the most impressive features of the F-15 is its combination of weaponry and sensors. The aircraft is equipped with an ANAP-63 lateral scan radar, which allows it to detect targets at long distances, up to 160 kilometers. This, combined with impressive maneuverability and state-of-the-art weaponry, enables the F-15 to shoot down enemy targets with surgical precision. Additionally, it can carry a variety of armaments, such as AIM-7 Sparrow missiles, AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, and M61 Vulcan cannons, all designed to ensure success in various missions, from interceptions to close-range air combat. Interestingly, the F-15 Eagle was not just a fighter for the United States. Its combat effectiveness and reliability led to its adoption by several other air forces around the world, including countries like Israel, Saudi Arabia, Japan, and Qatar. Each of these nations added their own specifications and modifications to the aircraft, which helped further expand the F-15's legacy as an internationally respected combat machine. Another notable aspect of the F-15 is its durability and ability to adapt over time. Although it was introduced in the 1970s, the F-15 remains a cornerstone of many countries' air forces due to continuous upgrades and improvements in its capabilities. The latest versions, such as the F-15E Strike Eagle, are capable of conducting precision ground attack missions, turning the aircraft into a multi-role combat platform, in addition to its original air superiority role. One of the F-15's greatest achievements is its impressive combat record. The aircraft is known for its almost unbeatable success rate, with over 100 confirmed aerial victories and no losses in combat due to direct aerial combat. This success rate is a testament to the quality of its design and the skill of its pilots, who operate the aircraft with exceptional precision and effectiveness. This achievement is even more remarkable when considering that the F-15 was designed as an air superiority fighter, focusing on long-range combat, where the probability of a direct battle with the enemy is significantly reduced. Despite all its fame and combat success, the F-15 has never stopped evolving. The latest version, the F-15EX, is a next-generation combat platform, equipped with advanced technology such as modern avionics, electronic scanning radars, and integration capabilities with drones and other platforms. This model, representing the peak of the F-15's evolution, was designed to continue the air superiority mission for many decades, proving that the F-15's legacy is more than just a historical milestone. It is a living platform that adapts to contemporary combat needs. In short, the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle is much more than just a fighter. It is a symbol of excellence in military engineering. Its history of success, marked by combat victories, technological innovation, and continuous adaptation, makes it an aircraft that will continue to impress and influence military aviation for many years. With its versatility, performance, and reliability, the F-15 will remain one of the most formidable combat aircraft on the planet, a true eagle of the skies, unbeatable and unparalleled in its class. Number 6. MiG-25 Foxbat. The MiG-25 Foxbat, one of the most iconic and fascinating aircraft in the history of military aviation, represents a true masterpiece of Soviet engineering. Developed in the Soviet Union during the 1960s, this combat aircraft was designed with a single purpose: to reach stratospheric altitudes and unmatched speeds, leaving behind any enemy daring enough to challenge it. Designed to intercept and destroy strategic bombers and cruise missiles, the MiG-25 became a symbol of air power and supremacy in the skies, pushing the limits of physics with its extraordinary features. With an imposing and futuristic appearance, the MiG-25 had gigantic dimensions and a design that seemed straight out of a science fiction movie. Its wingspan of 13.9 meters and length of 22.5 meters made it one of the most formidable aircraft of its time. However, its robust and aggressive size was not just for show. It was, in fact, a reflection of the power and impressive performance this fighter was capable of delivering. With a maximum speed of about Mach 3.2, more than 3,400 kilometers per hour, the MiG-25 held the title of one of the fastest aircraft in the world, a feat that made it nearly untouchable by other contemporary combat planes. However, the extreme speed came at a price. The MiG-25 was known for its colossal fuel consumption and required intensive maintenance, which limited its presence on prolonged missions. Its structure was made from materials resistant to high temperatures, allowing it to withstand the heat generated by its extreme speed. Equipped with K-36 turbofan engines that propelled the aircraft to altitudes of over 24,000 meters, the Foxbat was not just a speed machine, but also one of the highest flying planes ever produced. These extraordinary capabilities turned it into a true legend in military aviation, but they also generated controversies and myths over the years. Interestingly, the MiG-25 was designed with a primary interception role, meaning it was not intended for prolonged aerial combat, but to attack and destroy enemies in an extremely short time. Its speed was so high that, at the time, it could outrun any enemy radar, making it a nightmare for Western air forces. One of the most memorable moments of this aircraft came in 1976, when Soviet pilot Viktor Belenko defected and landed his MiG-25 in Japan. This event revealed the aircraft's hidden capabilities, something that had been largely classified until then. Although the MiG-25 was seen as an unbeatable war machine, it had limitations that soon became evident. Its flight range was limited, making it vulnerable to longer missions, and its design made it harder to maneuver in aerial combat. Starting in the 1980s, the MiG-25 began to be gradually replaced by other, more advanced aircraft, such as the MiG-31, a modernized version incorporating more recent technologies while maintaining its speed and range qualities. However, the Foxbat's legacy remains intact, still regarded as one of the most impressive and effective aircraft in aviation history. Its futuristic design, blistering speed, and strategic importance continue to captivate aviation enthusiasts to this day, and the MiG-25 Foxbat remains an icon of the Cold War and Soviet military engineering. Thus, the history of the MiG-25 is not just that of a fast and powerful fighter, but also one of an era of technological innovations, ideological rivalries, and a constant quest for supremacy in the skies. Every detail of its construction, from the powerful engines to the titanium structure that could withstand extreme temperatures, is a testament to the ambition and boldness with which its engineers and designers worked. In a world where the race for military power has always been intense, the MiG-25 Foxbat stands out as one of the greatest achievements in aerospace engineering. Number 5. Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker. The Sukhoi Su-27, NATO codename Flanker, is a masterpiece of Soviet aerospace engineering, developed with a clear strategic objective: to surpass Western fourth-generation fighters, such as the F-15 Eagle. Designed in the late 1970s and officially introduced into the Soviet Air Force in 1985, the Su-27 not only achieved this goal, but also became one of the most formidable fighters in modern military history. With an elegant yet imposing silhouette, the Su-27 is an air superiority fighter with impressive maneuverability capabilities. Its fly-by-wire control system, combined with a favorable thrust-to-weight ratio and refined aerodynamic design, allows it to perform maneuvers that border on the impossible, including the legendary Pugachev's Cobra, a maneuver in which the aircraft raises its nose almost vertically and then returns to normal flight in a mesmerizing motion, used both for evasion and intimidation. The Flanker is powered by two Saturn AL-31F turbofan engines, which give it a maximum speed of over Mach 2.35, around 2,500 km per hour. Its range, approximately 3,530 km without refueling, allows for long-range missions, including patrols over vast regions like Siberia or the Arctic. In addition to its physical performance, the Su-27 also features an advanced electronic suite for its time, with a Doppler pulse radar capable of tracking multiple targets simultaneously. It is armed with a GSH 31 30mm cannon and can carry up to 10 air-to-air missiles, including the short-range R-73 and the feared R-27, with medium range. A little-known fact is that the Su-27 served as the basis for a series of highly specialized variants, such as the Su-30, Su-33, naval version, Su-34, tactical bomber, and the advanced Su-35. This versatility solidified the Su-27 as a mother platform in the Russian arsenal, proving its relevance even decades after its introduction. Finally, it is not just a war machine. The Su-27 also captivates aviation enthusiasts with its aerial ballet, especially when flown by the legendary Russian Knights, a Russian aerobatic squadron that showcases the power and grace of this impressive aircraft in displays around the world. Number 4. Lockheed Martin F-22. Raptor few creations of modern military engineering managed to blend lethality with technological sophistication as perfectly as the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. This fighter jet is not just an air superiority aircraft. It is a true flying masterpiece, designed to dominate the skies with an almost ghostly discretion. Developed in the United States as part of a highly confidential program initiated during the Cold War, the F-22 was conceived with one clear objective: to secure absolute air supremacy in the face of any present or future threat. Equipped with stealth technology, the Raptor is practically invisible to enemy radars, even when traveling at supersonic speeds. an achievement that places it in an almost unattainable class. What makes the F-22 so unique is its combination of capabilities. It can fly at speeds exceeding Mach 2, perform maneuvers impossible for conventional fighters, and still attack multiple targets with surgical precision, all without being detected. Its thrust vectoring system allows it to perform tight turns and almost instantaneous changes in direction, granting it an agility that defies traditional aviation physics. Another impressive factor is its cockpit, where the pilot has access to advanced interface systems that integrate sensor data, radar, and artificial intelligence in real time, enabling quick and accurate decisions even in the most intense combat situations. The pilot practically merges with the machine in a symbiosis between man and technology. A lesser-known fact is that the estimated cost of a single F-22 is around an impressive $150 million. This is due to the complexity of the design and the advanced materials used, such as lightweight metal alloys, radar-absorbing coatings, and state-of-the-art electronic components. Due to its high cost and strategic nature, F-22 production was limited, with only 187 operational units delivered to the U.S. Air Force. Today, even more than 2 decades after its inaugural flight, the F-22 Raptor continues to be regarded by many experts as the most advanced fighter ever built, a true aerial predator, silent, fast, and relentless, a ghost of steel and fire, forever patrolling the skies with eyes that see everything and are seen by no one. Number 3. Concorde. Among the boldest and most fascinating creations of aeronautical engineering, the Concorde occupies a pedestal few dare to contest. This magnificent aircraft, the result of a collaboration between the British and French, was not just an airplane. It was a symbol of ambition, luxury, and unimaginable speed. With its elongated silhouette and iconic curved nose, the Concorde didn't just cross oceans, it literally flew ahead of its time, capable of reaching speeds exceeding Mach 2, or more than 2,180 kilometers per hour. The Concorde reduced flight time between New York and London to under 3.5 hours, something that still feels futuristic today. For comparison, a regular commercial airplane takes about 7 to 8 hours on the same route. This astounding speed allowed passengers to leave Europe after breakfast and arrive in Manhattan in time for lunch. But there was more than just speed. The Concorde was the pinnacle of luxury in the skies. Only the world's elite, from celebrities to heads of state, had access to the unique experience of flying on a supersonic jet with refined service and maximum exclusivity. The onboard experience combined cutting-edge engineering with unmatched elegance. Among the most impressive facts is that during flight, the Concorde would slightly expand due to the heat generated by air friction at supersonic speeds. Its nose was movable, designed to tilt during takeoffs and landings, improving pilot visibility. And perhaps the most surprising fact, it flew so high, about 18,000 meters in altitude, that passengers could see the curvature of the Earth and the darker sky, almost as if they were at the edge of space. Despite its grandeur, the Concorde faced challenges. High operational costs, the deafening sonic boom noise, and the tragic accident in 2000 all contributed to the end of its operations in 2003. Still, its legend remains intact. The Concorde was more than just an airplane. It was a bold declaration that humankind can indeed push the limits of physics and imagination. For 2 decades, it reminded us that the future can take off, and sometimes arrive sooner than expected. Number 2. McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet. The McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet is a true masterpiece of contemporary aerospace engineering, solidifying itself as one of the most versatile and iconic multi-role fighter jets ever developed. Originally designed in the 1970s for the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps, the Hornet quickly transcended its initial role, demonstrating impressive capabilities both in air superiority missions and in precision ground attack operations. One of the most fascinating aspects of the F/A-18 Hornet is its ability to operate from aircraft carriers, a feature that demands extremely rigorous technical attributes. To withstand the stresses of catapult launches and abrupt landings on short runways, the Hornet was designed with a reinforced landing gear, arrestor hooks, and a fuselage capable of enduring intense gravitational forces, a fusion of ruggedness and lightness rarely seen in combat aircraft. Additionally, the Hornet was one of the first fighters to incorporate digital fly-by-wire systems, replacing traditional hydraulic controls with electronic commands, which provides extraordinary maneuverability and substantially increases pilot safety in high-intensity combat. This technology also allows the jet to be inherently unstable, a factor that paradoxically enhances its agility in flight. The FA-18 also stands out for its operational flexibility. It is capable of carrying a wide range of weapons, from air-to-air missiles like the AIM-9 Sidewinder and AIM-120 AMRAAM to laser-guided bombs and Jeep's precision munitions. This makes it a true Swiss knife of the skies, ready to adapt to multiple threats in increasingly dynamic warfare scenarios. Another noteworthy point is its historical performance in real combat. The Hornet first entered action in the Gulf War in 1991, where it demonstrated formidable performance, destroying strategic targets with extreme precision, even under intense enemy anti-aircraft defenses. Its combat reliability made it a key component of the military doctrines of the US and various allied nations such as Australia, Canada, Spain, and Switzerland, combining supersonic speed, Mach 1.8, in-flight refueling capability, advanced sensors, and multi-role radar. The FA-18 Hornet has established itself as a symbol of modern air power. Even with the arrival of new generations of fighters, its durability, ease of maintenance, and proven performance continue to secure its place in the skies of the 21st century. Number 1. Eurofighter Typhoon. The Eurofighter Typhoon is much more than just a combat fighter. It is a symbol of top-tier multinational engineering, the result of a complex partnership between Germany, the United Kingdom, Italy, and Spain, developed to dominate European airspace. This fourth-generation multi-role fighter, with fifth-generation capabilities, is one of the most versatile and lethal in modern military aviation, combining cutting-edge technology, extreme maneuverability, and an impressive weapons capacity. The Typhoon is equipped with a fly-by-wire digital flight control system, enabling the pilot to perform maneuvers virtually impossible in conventional fighters. Its aerodynamic design with delta wings and front canards provides a perfect balance between agility and stability in high-intensity combat. A surprising fact: the Eurofighter Typhoon can reach speeds of over Mach 2, more than 2,400 kilometers per hour, and can climb to 55,000 feet in just minutes. Its AESA Captor-E radar, with active electronically scanned array, provides a complete three-dimensional view of the battlefield, detecting both airborne and ground targets at extraordinary distances, all while remaining stealthy and highly resistant to electronic jamming. Another lesser-known feature is its ability to operate simultaneously in multiple domains: air-to-air, air-to-ground, and electronic interdiction. This means the Typhoon can pursue an enemy fighter while launching precision missiles at ground targets and also conducting electronic warfare operations. Moreover, the cockpit is equipped with a next-generation interface, featuring a helmet called the Helmet-Mounted Symbology System, HMSS, which projects information directly into the pilot's line of sight. This allows them to target and fire simply by looking at the target, revolutionizing aerial combat. Still in continuous modernization, the Eurofighter Typhoon represents a fusion of military tradition and ongoing innovation. It is a machine that commands respect, both for its offensive capabilities and surgical precision. A true steel eagle patrolling the skies of Europe with sharp eyes and claws. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content that's showing up on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.